Hello, I'm Yuri Belsky and I welcome you to a tutorial on the systematized substance field analysis that is also known as SU field. Substance field analysis belongs to the TRIZ family. TRIZ, the theory of inventive problem solving, was conceived in Russia in the 1950s. In essence, TRIZ is a set of effective ideation tools. SU field is one of its tools. SU field models systems with circles and arrows. Circles represent substances and fields. Arrows inform on the interactions between the circles. Today we will learn how to apply Rule 1 of SU field. We'll learn the first model solution. There are 5 model solutions or 5 rules of SU field. In this slide you can see the SU field heuristic that was proposed in my book devoted to the systematized substance field analysis. A complete path from a problem to its solution takes 5 steps and utilizes 5 model solutions or 5 rules. It requires about a week to learn. Today we will study Rule 1, the first model solution. I live in Melbourne, the most livable city on the planet. During our hot months of January and February, the outdoor life can be somewhat distracted by flies. Therefore, as a learning exercise, we will consider a task of getting rid of flies. The task is simple and can be understood by everyone. Therefore, our efforts will be devoted to learning the SU field procedure, but not to clarifying the problem. Are you still uncertain of the usefulness of this task and the SU field procedure altogether? Consider pausing this recording for a minute or two and writing down as many ideas on how flies can be eliminated as you can. At the end of this tutorial, you will be able to decide whether you have learned how to generate ideas more effectively. Let us build the model solution suggested by Rule 1 for our problem of getting rid of flies. First of all, we draw a substance circle to represent a fly, and then a horizontal arrow containing the outcome of our solving exercise. Clearly, we wish to eliminate the fly. Next, we add a circle field that influences the fly to eliminate it. The model presented in this slide will guide our search for ideas. We will be searching for fields that can influence a fly and eliminate it. You may ask, what fields can we use? Well, SU field offers a user with sets of relevant fields. Actually, fields in SU field are used as prompts during idea generation. This is the table of fields that we will use when confronted with technical problems. The table of fields for human interactions can be found in my book on SU field. Let us look at the table more attentively. First of all, it subdivides all fields in 8 groups: mechanical, acoustic, thermal, chemical, electric, magnetic, intermolecular, and biological. They are also known as 8 fields of MATCHEMIP. Each of the 8 groups contain numerous interactions. For example, mechanical field incorporates the interactions of gravitation, collision, friction, direct contact, vibration, resonance, shock waves, gas, fluid dynamics, and more. Biological field contains the following: microbes, bacteria, living organisms, and others. As I have already mentioned, fields in SU field are used as prompts during the idea generation. You can study this table on your own by pausing the video. In order to generate ideas, we will be searching for the fields of MATCHEMIP in order to find the specific fields that are capable of influencing the fly and eliminating it. If any suitable field is found, we will look for substances that can produce or generate the field. The triad shown in this slide that contains two substances in the field depicts the first model solution, the solution recipe proposed by Rule 1. In essence, this model solution suggests to establish a field that can eliminate the fly and then to pinpoint the substance that can produce the required field. Let us now search for the solution ideas using the 8 fields of MATCHEMIP. Can we influence the fly mechanically to eliminate it? Gravitation, collision, what can collide with the fly? A bullet! Wow! We can use a gun to eliminate the fly then. You seem unhappy with this suggestion. A gun? Sounds funny and unrealistic. Well, the first rule of any idea generation process is to accept all solution ideas even if they do not seem realistic and viable. Later on, these ideas will be considered together to create the solution concept. And often strange and unrealistic ideas really help during the concept creation. The ideas that are unsuitable will be discarded after all possible ideas have been generated. Therefore, any idea generated needs to be recorded. Remember this. Okay, do you see what we have done? We have identified collision as an interaction that can eliminate the fly and come up with a substance that can produce the collision, a gun. This is exactly what we need to do with all 8 fields of MATCHEMIP. We gradually look at every field and every interaction. Well, what are the mechanical interactions we can use? For example, vibration or resonance. Actually, if somehow we were able to vibrate the fly at any of the resonant frequencies of its body parts, the fly will sadly fall apart. The question is, what substance can force a fly to vibrate? Possibly acoustic speakers can help. You may already comprehend that each of the interactions must be considered, and the interaction's ability to influence the fly and to eliminate it needs to be assessed. Can we influence the fly with, say, wind, vacuum, explosion? Got your idea? Write it down. Remember that each suitable field interaction needs to be produced by a substance. So, you also need to think how a suitable interaction can be achieved and write down the appropriate substance too. Time doesn't permit us to generate all the possible ideas to eliminate flies in this short video. Hopefully, you will be able generating the ideas on your own after you will finish watching this video. Let us familiarize ourselves with the other 7 fields of MATCHEMIP and repeat the procedure for idea generation. Can we influence the fly acoustically to eliminate it? Sound. If flies dislike some sounds, we could get rid of them by launching the appropriate sound in the area we do not want the flies to be. This sound can be generated by a simple electronic device. Actually, devices that generate sounds that are disliked by flies are available and can be purchased in hardware shops and some supermarkets in Australia. The next field is thermal. So we need to search for the thermal interactions that can eliminate flies and then establish substances that can produce these interactions. The process of idea generation is repetitive. We consider one field of MATCHEMIP at a time and generate as many ideas as possible. Please write your thermal ideas down. The next field is chemical. Most likely you were aware of chemical ideas as soon as the problem was formulated. We use various fly killer sprays extensively in our day-to-day life. Nonetheless, you may have noticed the interactions of odor and taste in the table that are also extremely efficient to eliminate flies. Got more ideas? Record them. Each time we look at the field, we ask the same question. Can we influence the fly electrically this time to eliminate it? What do you think of using electric charges to eliminate flies? Do you know that all flying objects are charged anyway? Can we influence the fly magnetically to eliminate it? X-ray and microwaves look especially promising here. You may record some new ideas. Do not forget to establish the appropriate substances too. Can we influence the fly intermolecularly to eliminate it? Radiation? Not bad, but still seems a little dangerous for humans. Actually, laser may be a better choice. Finally, we reached the last field of MatChemIP, the biological field. Can we influence the fly biologically to eliminate it? Certainly. For example, we can modify the fly's genome. But it may be safer to keep a couple of frogs in our pond instead. I actually propose to use local frog species, but not to bring in cane toads or any other species from abroad. Well, when we have searched all the 8 fields of MatChemIP, we look through the ideas generated, try to conceptualize them, and eventually decide on the solution that suits our problem the most. Congratulations! We've basically covered the SU field procedure for Rule 1. Let us summarize the procedure proposed by the first rule of SU field. At the beginning, we establish the substance to be influenced and the expected outcome. The fly was a substance in our case, and to eliminate the fly was the expected outcome. Then we search the 8 fields of MatChemIP for field interactions that can achieve the expected outcome. It means to eliminate the fly, in our example. When a suitable field is found, we look for substances that can produce this field. As a result, our solution ideas are clear and complete. This procedure is simple. It may look somewhat repetitive to you. You have to continue the same routine 8 times, once for every field of MatChemIP. Nonetheless, the procedure helps to generate ideas that would have been overlooked otherwise. You need more evidence? Look at the list of the ideas for eliminating the fly that you have recorded 10 minutes ago, and you will find the evidence. Today we've learned how to apply Rule 1 of SU field and how to use the 8 fields of MatChemIP to generate ideas. I hope that you will be using the first modal solution and the 8 fields of MatChemIP in the future and will be able to generate more solution ideas all the time.